Teflon. All this dope I stepped on. Real, get the rush gone. Been that nigga, what else you want? Power, powder, respect. I want that money and power and powder. Money and powder and power. Money and powder and power.
That paper, yeah, I gotta stack that. Them diamonds keep blinking, we might have to jack that. Now boy, when that blicky come out, you get clapbacks. Throw down with a little joint, I'm at you like pat. Come back when them candles out round your block and kick that. Come back when your funeral in progress and hit that. Hit your back to back, your bitch ass won't even hit back. Yeah, we splashing in fashion. Nigga, you could drip the drip, catch you slipping, we sliding. Your niggas on some different shit. We hit the lick, we with the shit. Shh. When you get hit, quiet down. No need for the talking. The fuck is that about?
Tougher than a Teflon. All this dope I stepped on. Real, get the rush gone. Been that nigga, what else you want? Power, powder, respect. I want that money and power and powder. Money and powder and power. Money and powder and power.
What up? Welcome back to another episode of the Budget Cup Podcast, brought to you by dopecontent.com and MT Darkness on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow my guy MT Darkness if you're not following him already. I would like to start off the stream by telling WWE fan to eat a dick.
High score on what's up?
Because he come in, you know, talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with the podcast tonight. The Mavs tank. That's what they did. They tanked. I don't understand why they did it. I don't get it, but I would say that for the sports podcast. So to the end, eat the dick. And that's for you, any Mavs haters, and the Mavericks themselves, because I don't understand why they did it, but they did it. They decided we just, 2 games left to go. Let's just sit everybody. We don't care. So yeah, whatever. That's the Mavericks. But we got a busy week, man. IWC has been going crazy. We haven't been on in 2 weeks. It's just a lot of I would like to also tell Get the Tables to eat a dick, since he want to come in here talking about the Mavericks. Like,
you got no love. That's crazy.
He's a Spurs fan. Like, dude. Okay, y'all won 1 out of 3 games and we set everybody. Good job. Yeah. What up, man? What up on YouTube? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? He said your Cavs, and I like the Cavs, so I ain't got no problem with that. See, but again, talk that shit in the sports podcast. Don't come talking in the wrestling podcast, WWE fan. Bring your ass on Tuesdays. Get on YouTube and Twitch and talk sports then. I don't want to hear no sports talk right now. We talking wrestling right now, and y'all making me start off cussing and stuff already. And we acting like the IWC, and I ain't even saying nothing about the IWC yet. Let's get into the show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You say you gotta join the podcast. Oh, let me put the link in the chat so everybody will get a chance to join.
You want to get in here, man?
Get the table, say I wanted y'all to win. I mean,
Wakamania's running wild. High score.
Yeah,
that's what we love. We love our girl Waka.
He say one day, hey, man, it should be today. Ty was good. What's up, Noti Gang that's coming in? Appreciate y'all coming in as we're getting ready to start the show.
Yo.
Might as well say,
we're gone, but we're back now.
Right. Might as well hit him with the Cody. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Because it's a lot that happened. And like I said, the IWC is going completely crazy because what happened at Wrestlemania and then what happened Monday. So we're gonna get into all of that, but before we do, Dark, how's your day? How's your week? How's everything going?
It's going better now. I was dead for the past 9 days. I went to Boston last week, and that's why we weren't streaming then. But a couple days after that, I came down with something terrible. It affected my throat. I had a runny nose, everything. I was just incapacitated, and it's the longest I've ever been sick. But I'm finally getting over it, so thank God. I don't think I've gone through as much medication as I had in the past couple of days. It's pretty crazy. But man, hey, green tea is my best friend in times like this. So.
There you go. So
how about you, Dope? How you been?
Busy. Running around like a maniac, trying to find a way to get. I don't know if I say this because now people at my job are starting to. They didn't found my streams and stuff. So now I'm not even gonna say what I want to say now because, yeah. But yeah, man, just busy trying to find other avenues, and move around and things like that. Jay, what's good on Twitch? So, we're just trying to move around and find better ways to get better income, and do stuff that I want to do. To make a long story short, like I'm tired of getting up early in the morning and doing something I don't want to do. And then I don't even like the money no more. With the way inflation and all that stuff is going and happening, everything is going up. And my money is staying the same right now. That's not working for me anymore. So, and we're in the process where, our rent and monthly payments and stuff going up. So yeah, can't do it. So that's what I've been doing. And then steady trying to build a brand. So it's just nonstop, a nonstop grind. It's a nonstop headache, nonstop.
I was gonna say. It's like Nipsey Hussle said, the hustle continues, right? Marathon continues.
Yeah, it's just nonstop. So we're not gonna waste time today. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start from last weekend into now, and we're not even gonna give you the whole rundown on WrestleMania like we do with Raw and SmackDown. Because if you ain't seen it by now, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, like just YouTube or something. Honestly, but let's get into WrestleMania. Dark, what are your top 3 matches from WrestleMania?
Top 3 matches from Mania would probably be I would probably say the tag team match would be probably number 3.
Oh, okay.
I would probably put Rhea Ripley and Charlotte number 2, and Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre was probably my match of both nights. I thought that was insane. I fucking loved that whole match. I thought it was crazy. That gave me a real big 80s 90s all Japan type of hard hitting type of feel, because those guys just killed each other for 6 and they said 16 minutes. I was like, it didn't even feel like that.
It was 16 minutes.
It was only a 60-minute match. Yeah, it felt way longer than that. I was like, this is crazy.
And we weren't even the ones getting hit.
No, yeah. I was watching it with a friend that doesn't watch wrestling either, and he was marking out for it. I was like, yeah, man. I was like, these guys are going crazy. But yeah, no, I love that match. That was probably the best match I saw the entire WrestleMania weekend, and that came from WWE. So it doesn't happen often that I say that. But last year we were talking about Supercard of Honor being the best show, but they showed out this year. This is one of the best WrestleManias I've seen in a long time.
So you said tag match, Charlotte Rhea, and then your number 1 was triple threat. Okay. That tag match threw me out because I wanted to put that up there, but I'm like, man, that tag match was a sleeper. Like a lot of people, I didn't expect it to be good either. Like, but they killed.
Another sleeper on the show was the the 4-way men's WrestleMania showcase. That ended up being actually a really good match.
Okay, that's the one I thought you was talking about.
No. I'm talking about the main event. Yeah. Usos and Sami Zayn and Owens. Yeah.
Okay, so the sleeper I'm talking about is the 4-way.
Oh, that 4-way. Yeah.
That was a banger. I gotta give it.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
WWE fan said Titus on commentary was hilarious.
Call the police.
That's all he knew how to say too.
Call
oh my god! Call the police.
Call the police.
He said they had the Street Profits. Of course, it would be good. Hey man,
Dawkins. He kept saying, "Holy sugar, honey, iced tea."
Right. Dawkins nailed Braun Strowman.
Oh,
with that
yeah.
shoulder tackle. And I'm like, yo, Braun didn't have to sell that. Dawkins leveled him for real. That's a former D1 college football athlete right there. He knows how to put somebody on their back, and he definitely nailed Braun. Braun is just big, man. I've seen Braun lose on wrestling competitions and everything. He's just big. He's good for wrestling only. Like, that's what his muscles is good for.
Said Braun got punked out. Bob Rusi says Braun got punked out. He really did. He ran around in that on that second time around. He just got laid the fuck out.
He got
bro.
laid out. And Dawkins was fired up. Noob says tag title match number 1, Charlotte Rhea. We said top 3, buddy. You adding 4. I see True 3 number 3, and I'm gonna stop there because I said top 3. Follow the rules, cause so my top 3, it's a battle with mine. If I had to put them in order, ooh.
Another thing I wanted to add about Charlotte Rhea too was, and it dawned on me when I was watching the match, that people I think that people weren't expecting this match to be good going into it, and I remember the exact same thing happening.
I don't know why.
I remember the exact same thing happening. King, hey, 23 months, my guy. Holy smokes, thank you so much, bro. But I remember the exact same thing happening during Money in the Bank, which they didn't reference that match at all. It was only the one time that they fought at WrestleMania that they were referencing for this matchup.
Right.
But they fought twice. They fought at WrestleMania and they fought at Money in the Bank.
Yep.
And that Money in the Bank match was the best match on the card. And they were getting booed for the first half of that match. And and by the end, they had the whole crowd. Yeah. I remember us doing a watch along for that. That match was amazing.
I was there.
Oh, you were? Yeah, you were there. You were there. You were there. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just stupid because they kill every time they're together. They just fit together. And I remember telling you on the podcast the week after that a lot of people got up and went to the bathrooms like, oh, this bathroom break is Rhea and Charlotte. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna sit here and watch this. And they all came running back in, trying with their food and stuff. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, hey, you should have left. Yeah, because they killed it.
Nah, this match was get the tables. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, no, that match was nuts.
So in order, the number 3 spot is the one that's hardest for me because there's a couple of matches that I like. Between like the 2 main events were fire to me, and then of course my number 2 is going to be Charlotte and Rhea. My number 1, like you, is going to be the triple threat match for the IC title. But number 3 is where I struggle because there's a couple of matches that could go. The 2 main events could go there for me. I actually enjoyed Logan versus Seth.
That was a good match.
Like, I laughed a couple of times. I was like, I'm entertained by this. I was entertained by Ray and Dom.
That was also a really good match too.
Like with the commentating and all that. The commentating made that match funny too.
Hey, I got to say this too. Michael Cole, MVP of the weekend. This guy was on 10 the whole weekend. He was fantastic.
Facts.
Michael Cole killed it.
Let me think. So yeah, number 2, I got Rhea, Charlotte. Number 1, I got triple threat. I guess number 3 is gonna be Roman and Cody, man. The main event, it was a lot that happened in that main event. Cody put on a hell of a performance. Roman put on a hell of a performance. A lot of people are pissed off about it and got the IWC talking. So that alone is going to make me put that in my top 3 just because the IWC was pissed off and I was in my living room just laughing. And I even put my 1 up when Roman won because I started laughing. I was like, I know they finna be mad. That Roman won, and sure enough, all these people, then Tony Khan tweeting AEW's this Wednesday, and all the AEW marks was, oh man, see, WWE is dead. One dude got on my Facebook was like, see, I told y'all to stop watching WWE, it's trash. I say, when did you start watching it? Oh, this is my last day. So you've been talking for months, but you've been watching. Like idiots, man. This idiots.
I thought it was funny because the whole time my friend was over, I was explaining some of the storylines to him and everything, and I was telling him, I was just like, yeah, the story for this is just, Roman, he's had the title for 3 years. They finally have a guy here that they built him up. This is the guy that's gonna take it. This is his reign's gonna be over. Roman retained, and I was like, what?
Bro, like, I really wish we would have went live last week. Well, the week before, because I just started. I think originally we both said Cody was going to win, and then as the week kept going by, I just kept like, man, you know what? I don't think Cody is going to win. Like I just kept getting that feeling, and I put it on Twitter. I was like, man, as we get closer to Mania, the gut feeling is telling me that Cody is actually going to lose, and then he started hitting him with the crossroads and popping up with another crossroads. I'm like, oh man, they might actually take it off of Roman. So they got me on that part. And then here comes Solo, with the Samoan spike. One dude's like, so you mean to tell me Cody Rhodes, he got hit by Solo and that's all it took? I said, what you mean? You mean the Samoan spike? Something nobody's kicked out of? And then he took 2 spears, multiple Superman punches, multiple super kicks. What you mean he just got hit one time and he went down? That's not bad.
That disaster kick Superman punch counter was amazing. That looked really good.
It was.
Yeah.
No, that's what they are healed. Why can't y'all understand that? They supposed to do that.
Ty says that his top 3 matches are the triple threat match, Charlotte versus Rhea, and Cody versus Roman.
Okay. So yeah, those can't argue with those. So overall, how did you like the stage?
I thought that this was a really good WrestleMania setup this year. It wasn't lazy. They actually put effort into it. Yeah. It actually looked dope. It actually looked like WrestleMania was going Hollywood. So I really liked it. Even though they were in Inglewood, but they went Hollywood.
Right, because it is in Inglewood.
But it was good. They also I would probably say the second MVP of the night. I should probably say because I gave it to Michael Cole, but another MVP of the night was Snoop Dogg for saving that segment with The Miz and Shane McMahon after he broke his quad. His quad got hurt. That's crazy.
I was shocked to see Shane. That was one dude I was not expecting to see. And I was like, okay, it's cool to see Shane. And I was mad that we saw Shane. I'm like, they about to have him fight The Miz. And I didn't want to see that. And The Miz just had a match against Pat McAfee. And I didn't care for that either the night before.
You remember The Miz and Shane had a WrestleMania match already too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That was what? 33. No.
5. 30. I think it was 5. It was right before the year of the pandemic.
Oh. Yeah, it was. You're right. 35. Yep. Because Shane fought AJ.
He fell off of that. Yeah.
Shane fought AJ and then he fought Braun.
Yeah.
It's just stupid, man. Yeah, I didn't want to see it. Let me see, catch some comments before we keep going. Top 3 moments: Ray whipping Dom the belt. Hey, Dom came out with that mask in the prison, had the guards and Dom. Hey, I like Dom, man. Dom got major heat. Dom is fire. Let me see.
You said Shane's quad fell off the bone like it came from the turkey leg cut. It really did. That was crazy.
You can't just sit down and not wrestle for however long it's been and then just get back in the ring at WrestleMania and start thinking you at his age and start thinking you're just gonna come back and do all this stuff.
He did a leapfrog. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all it took.
And he was done.
Can you imagine if he came off the rope? If he did a coast to coast?
Oh, jeez. That would have been horrible. Where would you rank this stage?
Oh Lord. Oh boy, I would
my top 3
because my favorite stage was Orlando. That's probably my favorite WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean that's goated. You can't beat that one. I'm sorry.
That one was ridiculous. That was just they killed it. So I don't know.
They had a freaking roller coaster.
I'm trying to think if anything else comes. The pirate stage was all right. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like cool. Crazy. It was all right.
34 was dope.
Which one was 34?
New Orleans. The second one.
That one was dope. Yeah. You know what? I actually really liked the WrestleMania 23 stage. Actually, I really liked that one. That was in Detroit. That was Michaels and Cena in the main event. I don't know why, but I really liked that stage a lot.
That was cool, but I got one better than that one. I think it was Atlanta.
Which one was that?
Hold on, I'll pull it up while we talking. But it was dope stage, and it's like I think that was like Edge right before Edge retired and when he fought Del Rio.
Oh, where it looks like they're in that. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. That was what Cena and the Miz in the main event. Yeah, 27 tied. Yeah, 27. 25 was all right. 25 was all right.
Yeah, 25 was cool.
25 was all right.
Let me see if I can.
26 was weird. A giant castle, that was weird. 28's a goated stage for me. I really like 28.
Take 28.
That was the giant beach. That was in Miami.
Oh yeah, this joint right here. Let me share this screen. Bro, this stage is so underrated to me, and I wish more people would talk about it.
Wow, that's dope.
I really wish more people would talk about it, but they won't talk about this stage. That stage was fire to me, dog.
It's dope. It was a dope stage.
And then like the entrance in it. If you watch the Triple H entrance or the Miz, like the presentation of that stage was crazy.
It was a good stage. The problem was it was a terrible WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why it never gets talked about. The stage was dope though.
WrestleMania 32, nah, it was basic, bro. It was cool for me.
Was that the play button?
That's the first Dallas one.
Oh, was that the giant star?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was whack. I didn't like that one.
It was cool. It was just they were more focused on setting that record, attendance records. So they had the stage laying down like it was, so they could have more fans behind the stage than what they normally would with all these other stages. But this is one of my favorite stages, man. I wish they would put it, or somebody would mod it on 2K or something. Like I need somebody to put this in the game so I can play with this stage. Oh, he said he mean 29. Which one was 29? That was New York, right?
New York, yeah. That actually was a pretty sick setup. That was another bad Mania, but it actually had a really good like setup. That was the one with the giant like bridge and everything that they made.
Yeah, with the
29 was dope.
Liberty and stuff.
Yeah.
But my top three
was dope.
My top three stages is Orlando number 1, this one that we just saw number 2, and then the one I just showed you number 3. Yeah, those are my top 3 right there.
Orlando, I'd probably pick Orlando. I'd pick Detroit, and for number 3, oh man, I don't know. 29 actually was a really good stage. I'd probably pick New York. That was a really good stage.
A lot of people love that.
I also like the sofa. I also like 19. I like the setup for it.
You said 19?
Yeah, I like 19. I like how it wasn't a traditional stage.
What was 19?
That was in SoFi. That was like one of their first. That's before they. That was back when that was actually in a baseball stadium. Actually, yeah, that was in SoFi.
I thought 19 was the Seattle joint.
Was it in Seattle?
Yeah, it's pulling up Seattle when Shawn Michaels took on Jericho.
Yeah, what was the name of that field?
Safeco Field, I believe.
Safeco. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one. I didn't care for that one. Trying to think of any other ones that might be sleepers.
31 had a futuristic feel to it.
Yeah, man, 31. People love 31. You said, what's my number 3? It's the 27 stage, WrestleMania 27. I think that was Atlanta.
Yeah, that was Atlanta. That was in Atlanta. Yeah. 27, yeah.
So, but
any
31?
fans of 20? 20 was dope. I like 20. 22 was actually, I like the buildings. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah, 22 in Chicago felt bigger than what it should have.
Yeah.
Because it was in a regular arena, but it just felt huge. But yeah, the 31 stage, it was dope, but it's overrated. People overrate the hell out that stage. People still put it in 2K and all. It's overrated, bruh. It's an LED screen with a circle and a play button in the middle of it. And it has WrestleMania at the top. What's different from that one and that one where The Rock took on the one where The Rock took on Cena in Miami? What's the difference between those stages?
The one in Miami looked cooler. That's my opinion. I liked the one in Miami better. I didn't like WrestleMania play button. I didn't like that one. Good WrestleMania, but I did not like the stage at all. I was like, this is lame. And it was the daytime for a majority of it too. I thought that was weird. Seeing the Undertaker come out during the daytime was very weird.
Yeah, just like when Edge and Finn came out, in the daytime with their entrance. for this year's WrestleMania. Shout out to Finn Balor, by the way, man, getting busted open like he did and kept going because I thought it was a small gap. He was
skull got cracked open. It was
yeah.
Apparently he was getting staples in while the match was happening.
Yeah,
like he was getting stapled up. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I was like, goodness gracious, like man, yeah. Kudos to him for keep going. That was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. You got anything on WrestleMania before we move?
Nah, I'm all set. Yeah, good WrestleMania though. That was one of the best WrestleManias we've had in a minute. So
it was good. Let's get into Monday, and we started off with Vince McMahon selling WWE officially. He finally sold WWE to Endeavor, so WWE and UFC is under the same umbrella. Dana White and Vince McMahon under the same company. Hide your women because you got a slapper and you got a molester all under the same umbrella, and yeah, there you go. He said he also came in a month before a calf tear, huh? But yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
iScore's already got the Vince emote. That's crazy. I don't know. It's kind of a scary thing. I feel like WWE was progressing without Vince. Then he comes back, says, I'm only coming back for the sale. But now it seems like he's doing even more than that. He was at the Raw show. He came before the show started and did classic Vince shit. He just ripped up the script, had him change everything. Right into Showtime, they were still changing shit. And didn't show up to SmackDown, but he was going to be on SmackDown, but he ended up not showing up to SmackDown. But this isn't good. What morale was down once he was around there. So it's like people don't want him there. And it's kind of wild that he just feels like he needs to insert himself and that he feels like he's going to make things better when things were already going through the roof. I don't remember the last time I watched a bad WWE pay-per-view like as of late. Every time I've watched it, it's been a banger. I can't say the same for their weekly show. I mean, they're still struggling, but the PLEs that they've been doing have been pretty solid. So you don't need to change a formula right now. Like it's what they're doing is working. And Vince is just gonna be Vince, I guess, man. It's great. You said Dana White versus Vince on Slap Fight Book It.
Man, Vince always gonna get knocked out on one hit.
Man.
Knock that mustache right off of him.
Yeah, that's Dana White's specialty. He'll kill Vince.
Smack shit out of him.
He loves to smack. He'll
there you go. There you go.
Hey. Oh man. Well, what were your thoughts on the sale though, Dope?
I told you from when I found out about it, the rumors that they was gonna sell, I wasn't happy with it because I just can't see WWE without a McMahon in charge or somebody that's related to a McMahon in charge. And I'm like, man, you got two kids that can easily run this company with no problem, and you have a son-in-law that's pretty much running the company anyway, and you rather sell it versus keeping it in your family where you can do whatever you want with it. So it's like I don't trust other people to, what if Endeavor just say, you know what, I don't like this, let's change everything. Vince can't do nothing now. Stephanie can't do nothing. Triple H can't do nothing now because it don't belong to them no more. Like, I don't like that. So they could mess around and do what Time Warner did to WCW out the blue, and then next thing you know, WWE is gone. So I didn't like it. I understood it. Actually no, because Vince is, he old as hell. How much more money do he need? Honestly, at this point in his life,
he don't.
Like, what are you trying to do? I get it. Like, I got grandkids and all that. I get it, Vince, but your grandkids are already taken care of as well. Your kids are taken care of. Triple H got a $5 million bonus. Stephanie got a whatever I think it was $8 million for her. And then the Khan guy, what's his name? Nick Khan,
yeah.
I think he got like 13 million out of it. So it's like, where the rest of this money going then? That was $9 billion, bruh. So it's just I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Didn't care for it, but it is what it is. What up, Don? It
crazy,
is what
bro.
it is.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see the day that a McMahon is not owning the WWE or the WWF or whatever you want to call it, but we're here now.
Ty says that Vince is using the money to freeze himself so he can achieve immortality in the future.
I'm telling you, bro, Vince is going to outlive all of us.
That is scary.
Yes, hey, I'm telling you, bro, Vince is going to outlive all of us. And then just another thing about it is this man don't lose. No. He don't lose.
He came back. He beat this. He beat all of this. He's still here. We still see him on the day.
He don't freaking lose. And the guy from Endeavor, he was like, I'm the reason that Vince is back, because he said Vince said that he was ready to actually walk away.
And I told him no.
And the dude's like, no, you're not doing it. I'm bringing you back and I'm buying the company. So like Vince, oh my God.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
That
it's
pissed
crazy.
me off. I wanted somebody to smack him. Jeez, you idiot, bro.
All about the share. It's not about the fans. It's about the shareholders. That's what it's about. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So we get to Monday Night Raw. Triple H starts it off, and anytime I hear Triple H or McMahon is starting off the show, I just be like, all right, this ain't good. Because what I automatically think about is when all four of them was in the ring, we're gonna give the fans what they want, and they never gave the fans what they wanted for what, 2-3 years. Never gave the fans what they wanted until Vince got hit with the sexual, cases and all that stuff. And then we like, yeah, Vince is gone. Good. Now we're happy a little bit. Now we're excited to watch WWE. That's what we wanted. But yeah, Triple H starts off the show for nothing, just to say thank you and we're not going anywhere. Bruh, you could have just tweeted that. This is the Raw after Mania. You could have just tweeted that.
I don't understand what that was about.
Yeah. So that happens, and then we commercial free for the first hour, but the first hour was talking and one match. Cody Rhodes and Roman, they had a 30-minute segment after Triple H did his segment, and then they went backstage. Let me not forget Brock Lesnar came out to be Cody Rhodes' partner, which that didn't go as planned as well, but we're going to get into that. And then the first match after WrestleMania was Omos versus freaking Elias. Omos just lost to Brock. Brock just came out and tagged up with Cody, and Omos walked right past Brock, and they act like nothing ever happened, like they didn't just have a match Saturday. And he just took down Elias in a squash match. And then we had some more talking. Austin Theory disrespects Rey Mysterio, and that led to a match. Dom got involved. Austin Theory gets the win thanks to Dom. Damian Priest chokeslammed the crap out of Bad Bunny after Bad Bunny hit Dom with 2 right hands. More talking, and this just didn't. Street Profits challenged Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to a fight. We got 2 fan favorites fighting for whatever reason. Don't nobody know why they're fighting. There's no titles on the line. It's just
that was ridiculous. It's just like, so the Street Profits won that match at Mania, and it's like you could have built up a program between them, and instead it's a throwaway match on the Raw after Mania. Vince. That was dumb. That was dumb. I was like, what in the world? I was like, this doesn't make it. This is a layup. What in the hell is this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Jesus.
Street Profits lose. And Street Profits lose. So this, I mean, I don't know where you go.
There goes. Nope, you don't go anywhere. Nope, you just
Jeez, man.
Oh my God, bro. Crazy.
Seth Rollins do a backstage segment, and he's like, you know what? Let's take this party to the ring. It celebrates to the ring. He gets to the ring. Apparently, there's video. Well, I saw the video of them changing the script while he's in the ring. He's supposed to do a promo, and you can see the guy doing commercial break telling him we're not doing a promo, we're cutting it short. He throws his mic and just stands there, and they just play his music, and he puts his hands out, and then he walks out. That's why he did that on TV. So they changed it while he was in the ring, and then you see him throw his mic. Like, okay, why did you have me come out here? So again, this has Vince McMahon written all over it. Let's get to Bobby Lashley. got screwed out of not having the match. I thought he was going to do open challenge. Instead, he comes up and on WrestleMania and just carry that big ass trophy and just sits it down, pose, and goes back to the backstage of WrestleMania. LA Knight was supposed to have a segment because he's real hot right now, and they were in LA, and that got scrapped. You could have did Bobby versus LA Knight. You could have did it at WrestleMania, or you could have did it at Raw. But no, Bobby Lashley backstage, Mustafa Ali interrupts him. He squashed Mustafa Ali. Like, nobody. Let's forget that Mustafa Ali and Dolph has been in a feud for months. Just fuck all that. Let's forget. Let's forget that, you know, Bobby Lashley and LA Knight are hot right now, and they both just, you know, supposed to be feuding with Bray Wyatt, and the Bray Wyatt didn't show up for the Bobby Lashley thing. So you could have put them together, but hey, F all that as well. F logic. Just F it, you know. Let's just put Bobby and Mustafa Ali together. So Bobby squashed him.
God, Jesus.
Bianca Belair, dude, I did this the whole night. Like, why? Bianca Belair comes out. I'm thinking, okay, they're about to announce her a new challenger for her, even though she done ran through everybody on Raw. Maybe they're bringing somebody up from NXT. Maybe they go bring somebody over from SmackDown, since Rhea just went to SmackDown basically with winning the title. No, Rhea Ripley comes out. They say, oh, we're gonna fight, but not now. We'll see each other somewhere down the line, and that's the end of that.
Who do they have for challengers for both of them?
Nobody.
It's like,
Charlotte is taking a break again, even though she just got back. So it's nobody. So they go face to face like they're about to set up something. And it was like, yeah, we'll see you. I'm a champ, you the champ. We gonna see who's best one day. Not today though. Somewhere down the line later in the year. And that was the end of that. Backstage, you had Lita and Becky and Trish. Becky looks pissed doing a whole segment, so you know something is going on. High score run, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Make sure you follow my guy MT Darkness as well. So Becky looks pissed. I don't even know what they said because I wasn't even paying attention at this point. Do you know what Trish, Lita, and Becky said?
I don't know. No, I wasn't paying attention either.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. I'm surprised that they're even still here. That Trish and Lita are still a part of this.
So,
good Lord.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan defeated Damage Control. Just break the damn group up. Defeated Damage Control.
Bayley wasn't even there.
Well, she was there. They pulled her from the card.
What doesn't Vince see in Bayley? I don't understand. Why? What? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Words are escaping me right now.
Tony can't wait to say something about Becky Lynch.
Crazy.
How can she be? She in a match with Lita and Damage Control, who's being used for nothing. Like, no, nothing Damage Control is doing, even though I love all three of those ladies. Nothing they're doing is going to make top anything in my book right now, because they're not booking them properly at all. Break the group up.
Are. Noob, you're right. They are cannon fodder. They really are.
It's just
terrible. None of these girls need to be used this way, bro. At least break them up and give them, because Io would be a great contender for either champion.
Easy. Like easy.
Good Lord. Candice LeRae is on your roster. Build her up. Put her up against one of them.
Piper Niven is back being
Piper Niven.
Yeah.
Well, you can't put her up against what's her name, Bianca, because they've had like 8 matches together.
Send her to SmackDown. But you know, we got the draft coming up. Finally, I've been waiting on this draft for so long, dude. So finally, we got a draft. But Damage Control lose again. Bayley's nowhere to be seen. They pulled the last minute. And then everybody started tweeting, I love you, Bayley, like she quit or something. And rumors started happening. IWC swear they know everything. Just a whole bunch of idiots on the IWC on Twitter just saying stuff they have no clue. They don't know nothing about. They're just talking. Oh, Cody, you brought Cody back. You know, I'm gonna say my Cody rants after we get to the end of Raw. Let's keep it going, because I was about to go there.
Chill.
Yeah, the Miz comes out again, right? Who wants to see the Miz again after losing to Pat McAfee And then after losing to Shane McMahon, aka Snoop Dogg, shout out to the cameraman for calling that spot, by the way. The cameraman is the one that called that spot for Snoop to get in the ring. First they were saying Snoop did it, and then they what just happened? Did Dark just disappeared, bro? Oh, what the hell? Dark just disappeared, bro. It's not raining over here. My lights and stuff is still on. The internet is still running. I don't know what just happened, bro. Hold on. Let me try to get Dark back in here. You know what? I ain't melon. Hold on. I gotta send Dark another, because I don't know what just happened. Let me send Dark another invite. That was weird, bruh.
Hello? You hear me?
Yeah, what?
I don't know. I got booted. I don't know what happened.
It did like a quick refresh, but it wasn't a refresh on my end, because everything is still running. Okay, well, whatever, man. Stupid ass melon. This is what we deal with, people.
Yeah, exactly, Cam. Technical difficulties. Yep, it is what it is.
I pay a monthly fee for this trash. That's what I'm saying.
One day we're gonna find something. One day we're gonna find something that actually works, man.
We got something good. Bro. They just gotta put it on Twitch and add background music and stuff. We did the opens. That was fire, but you know they still got work to do. They still building that platform up, so they need to hurry up because I don't want to deal with this no more. But yeah, we don't want to see the Miz again. Shout out to the referee for calling that spot and telling Snoop to get in and punch. You know, whatever the tables and punch Miz and do that funny ass elbow. Him hitting the ropes was just hilarious. Hitting the ropes with his arms down.
He went like this. He was just like, I was just like,
jeez, man. Like
he saved that though. He saved that, man. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, man. It was funny though. But you need Snoop in the whole match. No, you don't. But yeah, here comes Riddle. Riddle is back, and so yay for that. I mean, it's cool to see Riddle back, but I didn't. Whatever. It would be nice to see Riddle back with somebody that mattered. Miz don't matter right now. Miz is just when the last time the Miz won a match?
That's actually a good question. I don't know. I can't recall. I only ever remember him losing. He's been losing a lot. That's for sure.
I think the last time I saw the Miz win a match is when him and Logan Paul won last year in Mania versus Ray and Dom. I don't remember him winning any other matches since then. No,
he's had to have won. He's won matches against Ali or who was he feuding with? It was because he was feuding with somebody with Ciampa.
What's good?
Dexter. Yeah, he's beaten Dexter. He's beaten Dexter before.
Did he beat Dexter?
Yeah. Because remember the whole thing was Dexter was like taking the fall for him because he was paying Dexter or something.
But Dexter was stalking him, and then when they finally had the match for Dexter to get his contract.
Oh wait, no, he beat Gargano. He beat Gargano. That's who he would have beaten then.
I don't think he beat Johnny either.
I'm about to look this up.
Yeah, the last time the Miz when Bronson. Oh yeah, when Bronson came back. Okay, you're right.
Oh yeah, the ladder match, right?
You have Bronson Reed and whatever. Jeez. Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes set to take on Roman Reigns, and the whole time I'm sitting there thinking something's going to happen because Roman ain't about to wrestle 2 nights in a row, right? So I'm thinking something's about to happen, but what did happen, I wasn't expecting that. Brock turned around and picked Cody up and L5'd him, giving him the John Cena treatment from when him and after he lost to The Rock, he got destroyed by Brock Lesnar. What was that, 2012? When that happened, the next night.
With Cena, yeah, that was in 2012.
Yeah, so, but he beat Cody down because he had extra time. he beat Cody down like Brian Alvarez said on that clip that I saw on Twitter. He just kept beating him,
Holy smokes, bro! Yeah, that was 8 minutes. It was literally the match started at 10:52 and it went until the show ended. That was nuts. That was an 8-minute beatdown. That is crazy.
And then he came back out just to get the middle fingers that they didn't want to show because they hurry up and went past it, try to zoom in past him. getting beat. It's just, and that's Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania, which I don't never expect anything for Raw after Mania anymore because they stopped doing anything good like 7 years ago, and maybe longer. But from what I can remember, I think they had a good one 7 years ago after Mania, and that was like the last good one. Your thoughts?
Trash, garbage, horrible. You said an 8-minute ass whooping. That's what it was, KM, bro. Yeah, no, this was rough. This was a rough show. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying before. You know, the weekly shows have always been a struggle. And the PLEs have been great as of recently under the Triple H era. But for all of the flack that we've given the weekly shows under the Triple H era, I didn't miss this. I didn't miss this. Good Lord, Jesus Christ! Oh my God, this was just a horrendous show. Yeah, he needs to stay far away, and I feel like he's not going to. And we're just gonna keep getting more of this. This is only the beginning, so man, this was not good. I did not like this at all. This was a terrible Raw. You know what? I actually enjoyed my post WrestleMania show on Wednesday when I was watching Dynamite. The Dynamite after Mania was way better than any WWE show I saw this week. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was better than Raw for sure. The NXT was pretty good. I liked NXT this week. NXT, it's like Shawn Michaels saw them, and we're gonna get into it. It's like Shawn Michaels saw what happened Monday. It's like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's do the complete opposite of what they did Monday. Cause Shawn put on a good show, man. Following Stand and Deliver, we had Pretty Deadly defeated, I guess they're called the family now, Tony D'Angelo and Stax. So good win for Pretty Deadly. Dijak defeated Odyssey Jones in a hard-hitting match. Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazier went at it, which was fire. So shout out to them for that match. Indy Hartwell, the new NXT Women's Champion, shout out to her. Already defending her title against Zoe Starks, and she won clean. Shout out to Indy. And then, wait a minute, let me go back. Let me make sure. Yeah, and then the return of Cora Jade, Dark's favorite. Cora Jade came back, and I think Dark is now a fan of Cora Jade. Finally, G-Dog, what's up with your punk ass? Don't come here talking. I already know. I know what you about to say.
Cora Jade, she was
better. She's improved.
She has improved. Yeah.
Yep. She definitely improved. Yeah. Good job, Cora. So she attacks Indy. Tiffany Stratton appeared on the ramp for whatever reason. So you got a whole bunch of women that's going after the title, which is how it should be. You should have more. You should have everybody want to be the champ. So I like what they're doing there. Cora J has improved, says Noob. Man, please, y'all finna be right on the couch too. Yeah, get out of here. Indy Hartwell's gonna have a short reign. I doubt it.
I hope not.
It better not be, especially with Cora J, even though she improved. Avi now gets her revenge on Tatum Paxley. So Avi now defeated her. Wesley and Axiom for the North American Championship went at it. Another fire match. And then Carmelo Hayes comes out. Actually, let me go backstage. Let's go backstage. Nathan Frazier reflected on his loss, and he said he's starting to see things clearly now. He knows what he needs to do to get back on the winning track. Let me see. I don't want to miss nothing. Rob Stone told Von Wagner if he loses his match this week that's coming up, that Rob is done with him. He's tired of Von not listening to him, and he's tired of that guy losing. So let's keep it going. Brooks Jensen becomes angry at Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley over Kiana James because Kiana is steady lying to this man, or she's finding ways to spin her cheating ways, and now she's starting to turn Brooks and Josh Briggs against each other low-key. Alba Fire and Isla Dunn, they just did a promo, as new women's tag champions NXT. And then the Grizzly Young Vet, whatever they call, I can't even remember they damn name. Was it Veterans? Grizzly Young Vets,
yeah.
They're asked for their release, and apparently it was granted, so they're gone. No more schism.
Good.
So shout out to them for that, getting out of that. JC Jane, she wants to continue to fight Gigi Dolan. Noam Dar made a return. That's crazy. Who would have thought that
With
out of all the people, go ahead.
With the Heritage Cup, he brought it back.
Yeah. Who would have thought that out of all the people from 205 Live, Noam Dar would be one of the last ones standing? No way.
Talented as hell. He's talented as hell.
He wasn't used like that though. Outside the Alicia Fox storyline.
So, on NXT UK, he was fantastic. He was fantastic. He was up until they died. Up until NXT UK died, he was fantastic. So he was one of the people that I was sad when he got let go. So, well, I thought he got let go. So,
they got put on. They got put on level up. Wow, they'll be gone soon unless they change them back to Grizzly Young Veterans. Because the schism thing just ain't working, bro. It's just not working. I don't hate it, but I don't care for it. That storyline. So, what happened to Ashton Smith?
That was Oliver, like Oliver and Smith. They were a really good tag team. They got the titles and then what is it called? NXT died. So really good team.
UK.
He came into I can't remember what this guy's name was, but he came into 2.0 also for like a cup of coffee. But I haven't seen him, so.
Then you got Carmelo Hayes celebrating his championship win over Braun Breaker. Thank God somebody finally beat Braun Breaker. Trick and Carmelo doing their thing in the ring. Braun comes out and they're being very respectful again. Carmelo is just being so good job, shaking hands. You listen to all this. And Sean finally listened to the crowd and turned Braun heel. Braun laid out Trick and Melo finally. And then, after his dad did what he did that weekend, you had to turn him heel anyway because he was going to get booed even more after his dad yelling transphobic slurs to a wrestler from Impact. So, so
that was jacked up.
You had to turn that man heel regardless. Like no matter if he won or lost, you was gonna have to do that because they was already booing him, and then they booed him even more after what his dad did. So good job, Sean, for going ahead and making that move, and we'll see where that go. But that was NXT in a nutshell. What you got on it?
I thought it was called NXT. Shout outs to Cora Jade. I
Never thought I'd hear today.
Yeah, right. The match between what was it called? Axiom and
Wesley
was really dope. I like that a lot too. Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazier was dope as hell. I'm not looking forward to a part 2 of Braun Breaker and Carmelo. I just need this to be done so that Braun Breaker can leave and Carmelo can actually have a good run and can start fighting good people. So, because this run with Carmelo is going to be amazing, and I'm all here for it. But we need to be finished with Braun in this main event spot. So,
I don't like that's gonna happen no time soon. Braun is on the attack now. He's chasing Carmelo. NXT was I liked it. It was entertaining. They kept me engaged, and it's something they haven't done within the last month or so. I was actually engaged from start to finish this time around, watching it live. Because normally the last 2 months watching NXT, I watch a little bit of it, and then I'll do something else, and then just come back and watch it on replay on my DVR. But I was able to watch it live nonstop, and I was engaged the whole time. So shout out to NXT. Let's go here and get to Dynamite, another good show of the week. That's the wrong background. It's all yours.
This is the Dynamite after Mania. So we start off the show with Ricky Starks and Juice Robinson. So Juice Robinson is already in the ring. Ricky Starks comes down. He gets onto the top rope to do his signature air guitar thing. As soon as he's about to start, all we hear is Bullet Club. We hear the knife drop, and this was terrible. The camera was not focused on Jay White at all, but the crowd saw him, and they exploded. Jay White comes out to his New Japan theme. They got his music somehow, And he came out, and the two of them just beat the hell out of Ricky Starks. Jay White hit a Blade Runner. The match never started. And it seems like we're getting Bullet Club in AEW now. So that'll be interesting. I like that a lot. And Jay White was announced as officially signing with AEW. So
Tony Khan petty as hell because he knew the talks about Jay White and WWE and everybody, the IWC going crazy. He's like, you know what? I'm not even gonna give y'all a chance to breed. Boom, from jump. Here's Jay White, bitch. Take that. I was laughing. I was like, Tony Khan, you petty as hell, but I like it. Okay, go ahead and do your thing.
So from there, we go to the back. Jericho is talking about Daniel Garcia from last week. When Keith Lee comes out, he says he couldn't help but overhear the disrespect, and Lee wants to teach Jericho some respect in Milwaukee next week. So we got Chris Jericho and Keith Lee next week. Trios championship match, House of Black versus the Best Friends. Really good match. House of Black ends up retaining after Matthews comes in with a stomp after blocking the Soul Food for the 1-2-3. Next up, we have got the women's championship match. Jamie Hayter retains against Riho. That was also another really dope match. Hayter retained after planting Riho with a lariat, like a straight up lariat, and then the Haterade right afterwards. So really good matchup. After that, the Outcasts come out and applaud Jamie Hayter's title defense. And the Outcasts say one of them will take the title from Hayter. The Acclaimed declined JAS's invitation to join them, but they say there's going to be a lot of scissoring. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It's National MJF Day. MJF comes out and sings "Pennies from Heaven."
Killed
the whole song. Yes, he did. So MJF comes down. He starts doing he cuts a promo. And he says, like, some people, you know, if I was in here, you know, you would think that, you know, a chant might start, like, I deserve it. So the crowd just starts saying, you deserve it. This crowd loved MJF.
Hometown.
He talked about how much he hated Jungle Boy and that his girlfriend has a wandering eye and that Jungle Boy has a tiny little penis. He says that he tells a story about how he suffered from ADD. The crowd started chanting ADD. So MJF just let it go. He says no matter how much he tried to focus in school, his teacher, Mrs. Benedict, would never give him a break and told MJF he wouldn't amount to anything. And MJF said he was going to be a pro wrestling champion one day and told the crowd, don't be a Mrs. Benedict, don't be a stupid bitch. So that got a stupid bitch chant going. He said, work hard, Long Island kids, and one day you can succeed just like MJF, but you won't ever be me, though. And so he goes to the top of the ramp and he asks if these guys want an encore. Long Island goes nuts. He's about to start singing when somebody comes behind him with some like a drum and just claps it right behind his head. He starts freaking out and he's just like, I work with idiots. It turns out it's Jungle Boy. The crowd hates Jungle Boy.
Yep.
They start booing the hell out of him. When MJF gets the upper hand, they start cheering again. They're separated. And Jungle Boy is taken to the back with security. This was a wild segment. After this, we had Sammy Guevara beating Commander in a pretty dope match. After the match, Sammy Guevara cut a promo on why he's the most important of the four pillars and why he deserves to be champion. Then the main event of the show was the FTW Championship was on the line. Hook beat Ethan Page to retain, and then he put him through a table. We had a trios match with the Blackpool Combat Club. Didn't matter. I don't know who these people were. It doesn't matter. They got squashed. After the match, Danielson grabs the mic, says that when he was home with his family, he realized that he loved them and that he loves these men. He loves Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli. He loves even Wheeler Yuta, even though he's a little shithead. And he says that the BCC are the only real pro wrestlers in the building tonight. And the losers they just beat up, they look like amateurs that the EVPs would have hired. Doc says, bust out the trumpet. So Hangman Page comes down to the ring by himself. And throughout the last couple of weeks, the Blackpool Combat Club have taken out everybody, so he has no backup. He comes down to the ring and just gets annihilated by everybody. At the end of it, Danielson is calling him an amateur the entire time. He goes underneath the ring, gets a screwdriver, and then just starts nailing Hangman in the face with it. He says everybody except them are the amateurs, and then kind of leaves. I'm thinking that this is going to be the next Blood and Guts match. It seems like this is where this is going. At least that or Anarchy in the Arena, one of the two. Main event for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, we had FTR and the Gun Club went out with style. They came out to Many Men by 50 Cent. This was one of the hardest entrances I've seen in a minute, bro. This was awesome. This was so dope. I'm glad that they at least got this for their title reign. So FTR ended up winning the titles for a second time after the what was identified as the Shatter Machine. They called it the Shatter Machine, not the Big Rig. I don't know if that was a mistake by Excalibur or what, but they got that, and you have new champions. So I thought this match was really dope, and possibly setting something up for what is it called? Forbidden Door, because now the IWGP Heavyweight Champions down in Japan are Aussie Open, and Aussie Open and FTR had a really, really, really good tag match last year in London, so they might want to run that back in Canada, so on a bigger show.
I forgot to take a deeper dive into that Cody, so we'll do it after SmackDown. But Tony Khan also announced All In is back.
Yes,
it's at Wembley Stadium, not arena,
so
stadium.
Yeah, this is going to be AEW's biggest show to date. So And a lot of people are hoping that Ospreay will be good enough for that. If Ospreay shows up in Wembley against that should main event All Out. If that has to main event. Having Ospreay in England,
yeah,
that place will go crazy.
I don't know about that. Get to tell you, was talking about the Gun Club needs to win those titles back. I don't know about that, but that's a huge announcement, and IWC. Once again, because everybody want to argue this week. I mean, this is the week of argument for AEW and WWE fans, which is a bunch of idiots. Watch the shows or don't watch it. What's so hard about that? Watch shows or don't watch it. And then all the people that's like, oh, we want an alternative to WWE. You get one, and they do things a little differently because they are an alternative. And you sit there and get mad. You want them to do things more like WWE. That's just stupid. So let me ask all these people here, if there's anybody in the chat, if you hate the flippy stuff that you call it, well, the so-called flippy stuff from AEW, did you not like the X Division in TNA? Because from what I remember, everybody thought the X Division was cool, and that's flippy shit all day. AJ and Joe and Chris Daniels, and even the Young Bucks was there doing their thing with the Motor City Machine Guns. All of them was flipping. The Ultimate X was nothing but flips. That's like, so if there's anybody in here that hates the flippy stuff, that you, quote unquote flippy stuff in AEW, please tell me if you enjoyed the X Division in TNA, because TNA got hot and was built off the X Division. So, but yeah, IWC arguing, oh man, they're not gonna be able to fill this stadium up and this and that. I was like, first of all, it's
there were people saying that they weren't gonna they weren't sure how they were gonna do for Forbidden Door 2. That sold out in minutes. This is going to sell huge.
They said the first All Out wouldn't sell out that arena. It did. Under Ring of Honor's umbrella, which I didn't even think about when Tony brought Ring of Honor, that, oh yeah, he owns All Out now.
And
I didn't even think about it.
And this is the first show they're doing in London. That crowd was hungry. They have never been to London. This crowd is going to be hungry for that shit. It's gonna be an instant sellout. This is going to be insane.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this.
They said they couldn't sell out All Out. They did it. They said AEW won past 3 years. They doing it. They killing it. They say AEW was going to go down and be like Impact and be bankrupt and all that. They're nowhere close to it right now. So first time in UK, this might turn out to be their new
biggest
WrestleMania.
Show.
Yeah. It might be that new
I think
WrestleMania.
it looks like that's what they're trying to do this year. It looks like they're really going.
It should
going all
be.
out. Because last year, let's be honest, All Out wasn't that crazy.
Yeah.
The year before, when Adam Cole and not Moxley, but Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan both came, that was a huge show too.
Yeah.
You know, even taking out their appearances, the show in itself was really great. So I think they're trying to get back to that level. So
All In should be the WrestleMania because it's the show that started the company.
It's what started it, yeah.
So and now that he owns it, now might as well. First stadium show, first show in the UK. UK fans, I don't know why people think UK fans ain't about to show up when they have a better following in the UK than what WWE has right now.
Barbaruski, I mean, Tony wants to bring back Punk, so but he keeps opening his mouth, like you said. He just keeps talking shit for whatever reason. This man has I listened to a podcast where they were going over his rant with Colt Cabana in 2012. He can't stop talking. That's his thing. He always feels like he's being slighted get from somebody. That's the problem.
Yeah, man. So and the thing is, so let me ask you this. What do you think they will have to sell for you to consider it successful? How many tickets?
I mean, I would say past 30 would be successful. But I mean, they're even going to break that. That's a low number. That's just a low number.
Yeah.
Like a 20 would be successful. But they're going to break that. There's no way that this doesn't sell out immediately.
And see,
that market down there is they're hungry for an AEW show.
Right. And they don't come down here for WrestleMania no more. Like the Monday nights used to be, WrestleMania UK crowd going crazy. And we don't get that no more. So, but anything over 25,000 is
how much
successful.
90?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything over 25,000 is successful. Reason why is because if you did a regular arena or if you did the O2 arena or whatever out there, the most you can sell in those arenas out there in the UK is 25,000 people. So anything over 25,000, you're making a better profit already than what you would have made in the arena. And yeah, it might, let's just say they do 30 to 35,000. And you know how people go do, look at all these empty seats. And somebody's going to find a picture of the rest of the empty seats. They're like, see, they can't fill this stadium. You still got 35,000 people in the stadium. Like, dude, SummerSlam didn't sell out last SummerSlam. They had 40,000. It was another 40,000 on the other side that was empty. That's an $80,000. I'm sorry, I said dollar. That's an 80,000 seat stadium in Tennessee as well. So, but people don't, WWE Marks and Gart or whatever his effing name is, and the people like him on Twitter, they want to talk about that. But AEW needs other companies to be involved. They want to hit 50K. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Kenny Omega over there, dude. Just put Kenny Omega in the match in the main event.
AEW could do it by themselves. I personally, for my benefit, want to see Ospreay on this card. I do think if they do put Ospreay on here, then it'll sell out ridiculously. But I don't know if they're gonna want that for just Forbidden Door. Also, I don't know when is this show? When is All Out?
My birthday, August 27th.
August
27th. All In is August 27th, and apparently All Out is after that.
I think the G1 will be over before that starts, so that might be it. You said New Japan can't get that many in the Tokyo. Damn, Toza. That's true. No, he's not lying. The Tokyo Dome doesn't seat. It's not as big as people think, actually.
I had one of my homies just played a concert at Tokyo Dome. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that place because I've seen some of his pictures. But he said Ospreay is involved with other companies. I don't think they need to bring up. I mean, they are most likely, but they don't necessarily have to. Not for the UK crowd. No. If they were trying to sell a stadium in America, then yeah.
Get the tables. They don't have to. I'm saying they don't have to. I'm saying I want that. I want that personally. I'm saying they don't, but I don't. I think they could do it by themselves. They don't need to. Yeah, they've got enough people on their roster right now that they could make a really good card.
Right. And
if
that
they put
UK crowd,
Omega and Danielson in the main event, then that in itself that'll be nuts. That crowd will eat that up.
well, hell, the WWE crowd didn't give them 40,000, past 40,000 at SummerSlam. So that's not saying nothing. That's why I use SummerSlam, the last SummerSlam, as an example. You had Roman and all of them there. They got 40,000 people. There was another 40,000 that was empty. So if they do 35,000 to 40,000 in the UK, it'll be successful, in my opinion. No matter what these marks would say online of the stadium being empty. So, but that's AEW in a nutshell. You got anything else on it?
No, I'm good.
Shout out to AEW. Shout out to MJF for that promo, that segment. That whole segment was just entertaining as hell. That segment was fire. But let's go ahead and get to SmackDown and let's talk about what happened there. So coming to SmackDown, everybody's still mad about Cody losing. Dave LaGreca went on a huge rant that had me laughing, and I just had to listen to it because I knew he was gonna rant. He's a huge Cody mark. Like, not a fan of Mark, and he would tell you himself that Dave LaGreca is a mark. And he was just cussing Mark, and Bully was just laughing like, bro, it's reasons why Cody didn't win. You can still tell a story. And my thing about it is people like, oh, Cody, the fans that get mad when people say Cody needs to struggle a little bit. And the marks will be like, oh, what you mean Cody needs to struggle? He left the company, he came back, tore his pec and all that. That's struggling. Yeah, but it's not storyline struggling. Because what happened was Cody left the company on his own. He quit. He did start his own promotion, and he talked hella shit and did skits and videos and all that about WWE, right? He comes back and instantly beat one of the top guys that's been holding it down even more than anybody on that roster. He's been holding it down for WWE. Seth Rollins beat him at Mania, beat him at Backlash, tore his pec. You mean to tell me Seth Rollins can't beat a Cody Rhodes with a one arm? And Seth still laid down for Cody to get Cody over. Even though Cody was leaving for months, Seth still laid down and got Cody over, right? Then he comes back and Cody is coming back. He didn't even struggle in the Rumble because they put him at number 30. So he had to take a couple of chops from Walter or Gunther, whatever you want to call him. That's the most struggle he's done. And then he beat Solo in Solo undefeated streak and gave him his first loss. And he beats everybody else. Where was his struggle? Where was his struggle since he's been back? And now he's just supposed to come and beat Roman.
Muscle guy, what are you talking about? Oh my goodness, what are you talking about?
That's not part of the storyline, though. That's not part of the storyline. You got to think like Vince and WWE, bro. That's not part of the storyline.
I can't just think logic out. That's crazy. Oh my lord,
he got injured.
That's wild.
He was Stardust. That was so long ago, dude. That was WrestleMania. That was WrestleMania 32. Drew McIntyre was doing a 3-man band as well. And Drew didn't just come back and run through everybody and go undefeated and then take out a guy that's been champ for 3 years. I can't, bro. Like, when has he been beat up outside of this weekend? When has Cody been beat up?
Man, he got beat up in that. He got beat up by that weight equipment when he was going into the Hell in a Cell match.
and then you got to think about it like that. They building this guy up to be the man right then and there. And then you had to end that run because he did get injured. So you had to end it. And you had to switch things around.
I am just along for the ride, though, because I have no idea who you put in front of Roman now. So I don't know what you're going to do.
It's going to be Cody again.
How? When?
It'll happen. But look.
SummerSlam? That's months. That's months away. What are we doing with Roman? That's the problem. That's the problem. I just need to know what we're doing. Because I have no idea. You can throw what?
You can throw a
Randy.
Lashley at him.
You can throw Randy.
Well, Randy, if he comes back, Randy hurt.
Yeah, if Randy comes back, you can throw Randy at him because they were supposed to have a match and that didn't happen. So, but he's beating pretty much everybody else.
You could give Roman some good competitors and good wins still. you got Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley beat Roman back in the day. People don't remember that match that they had. Bobby Lashley beat him clean in 2018, I believe, and he was wearing them stupid headbands in this match, and they went at it. Bobby Lashley beat him clean. People don't remember that.
Yeah, throw Corbin at him. Corbin was the last person to beat him. Why not? Yeah, let's do that. Ali deserves a chance.
Corbin
is
beat up all the time. See, you naming people that ain't got
Braun
Strowman.
To do. Yeah.
I mean, that is a rivalry, but
yeah, there you go, rivalry.
Braun hasn't been built up to be nothing.
Get AJ back in there. We'll throw him at him too. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that either.
Good Lord, it's just ridiculous. This is crazy.
But you know Roman is not going to lose, so you got to give him somebody. You know, you're saying you got to give him somebody that's going to give him a challenge.
You know what's really crazy? He's not going to even at SummerSlam. He's not going to. He's taking this title all the way a whole nother year. So we got to wait a whole nother year. You think he's going to lose the title this year?
He needs to. Yes.
Okay, Ben.
And there's only 3 people that should take the title. It shouldn't be nobody else. That's why I'm throwing out like Bobby Lashley for Roman to beat. There's only 3 people that should be able to beat him.
Are we thinking the same people?
It's Cody.
Yep.
It's Jay.
Yep.
It's Seth.
Yep. Okay. Yep. That's
nobody else on the roster should be able to beat Roman for that title and knock him off. I said on Twitter last week,
Seth is Roman's only loss.
Yeah, Seth and Roman should have been this version's Rock and Austin. But for whatever reason, they don't give Seth consistent runs like that.
The only redemption in this whole thing is now you have to you're gonna have to build up the story of
get out of here.
You're gonna have to build up the story of Cody and Seth fighting each other to go after Roman. You know what? What should happen next year is it should be a triple threat.
I don't want Seth to lose to Cody again.
That's what I'm saying. It should be a triple threat. We need a triple threat. That's the only way this ends correctly. Because otherwise, there's no way, and you can protect Roman that way or whatever if you want. Him going out, but if it was me, I would have Roman be pinned. But
yeah,
this is crazy. He won't. But like, I don't know. I feel like they want to protect him, and this is the only way you can do it. I don't think so.
It's at Ford Field too, right? What they did WrestleMania 23 with Michaels and Cena. Is it the same arena, the same stadium, right? Ford Field for WrestleMania. I know it's in Detroit. I just don't know which venue it is in Detroit. I can look that up. It got to be at Ford Field because the way they've been doing it's a stadium show.
I wonder if Cody gets the Money in the Bank, and that plays into things. Money in the Bank is going to be very interesting this year.
Oh, is in London too? Money in the Bank. Let me see. Somebody wrote the comments. I can't see it yet. Let's see. Yep, it is at Ford Field. So that's where WrestleMania 23 took place. So that's where Cena and Michaels went at it in the main event or co-main event of WrestleMania.
Oh, in WrestleMania, yeah.
So, yeah, Roman's losing in SummerSlam, in my opinion. But again, it has to be. I think Jey Uso should win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Out of those 3, how would you book it to get the title? I think Jey Uso should be the one to win the Money in the Bank briefcase.
I don't think so because they're not going to put the titles on him, especially if Vince is in charge. He's not putting the title on Jey. So I would have either Cody or Seth win the briefcase.
Okay, well, getting back to SmackDown, they started off. Well, they didn't start off. They was going to start off with Triple H, but they pushed it back because there was a fire Vince hijack takeover that the stupid IWC was trying to plan, knowing that shit wasn't gonna happen. So they was like, all right, we see this. Guess what? Let's hit you with a 6-man brawl real quick to make you forget all about this hijack SmackDown stuff. Crowd went crazy for the 6-man brawl. Brawling Bruce defeated Imperium. So yeah, so much for that. But Michael Cole, only reason I brought that up and skipped ahead to that was because Michael Cole made sure to say Triple H is the guy that's running the place now. Like he made sure to say that on commentating when Triple H came out on Friday.
Oh, that's crazy, yeah.
Because of the rumors. So
yeah.
And SmackDown was way better than Raw. And it definitely looked like Triple H ran SmackDown versus Vince running Raw. But let's just say Triple H is still in creative. Why not give the Money in the Bank briefcase to Jey Uso? And that's how you cause that friction. And that's how Roman loses his title. Because if you're not going to have Seth do it, or you're not going to have Cody do it, Or maybe you have Jey Uso win the Money in the Bank, and then he tries to interfere, and let's just say Seth and Roman at SummerSlam, and Jey Uso interferes in that, but he ends up losing the title. He takes the pin of Seth. You got the title off of Roman. Roman and Jey has their feud going on, and Seth is the champion.
If they can figure it out and they can do it the right way, then I'm good. I feel like Roman's not going to lose this title this year, and I'm kind of just saying it out loud is bumming me out. Oh man,
I think he lose this year. If it's not SummerSlam, it's gonna be Survivor Series. It's one of those two.
I don't think so, because then at Survivor Series we're just gonna get another War Games.
Well, now with Vince in charge, hell, it's gonna be SmackDown versus Raw again. SmackDown versus Raw, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. SmackDown versus Raw. Red and blue shirts back. We back, baby. And Shane McMahon is gonna be in the ring for SmackDown again.
Dunk says that they're doing the draft to get Trips guys to SmackDown. I'm cool with it, man. I hope that's the case.
Man, let's go.
I hope that's the case.
Team SmackDown anyway.
Man.
But yeah, 6-man match. Brawling Brutes defeated Imperium. Fire match. Ricochet defeated Alvar. Another fire match. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defeated Natalya and Shotzi. I don't know why they're tagging, but whatever. Triple H revealed the return of the WWE draft. Judgment Day celebrate Rhea's win. Still don't have a competitor for a next challenger for her.
Teasing something with Zelina Vega, but
well, she's gonna kill
Might
Zelina. But well, because you got the LWO. But shout out to the LWO. I like that too. They're fun to watch. Judgment Day defeated the LWO, by the way. Jey Uso defeated Sami Zayn in the main event, and after Solo took out KO backstage. And also, Sammy was trying to talk to Jay. He's like, hey, look, man, you can still get out of it. I'm telling you, man, Jay is going to win the Money in the Bank. Now, I'm telling you, because, look, I keep saying this. Lord. I've been saying this for a long time now. At the end of the day, this Bloodline storyline is about freaking Roman and freaking Jey Uso. Everybody else is just extra pieces.
If that happens, listen.
They setting it up, bro. Jay is gonna do something. He's winning the Money in the Bank.
Okay. We'll see. Money in the Bank. We'll see. Money in the Bank.
If he don't win Money in the Bank, he's just gonna outright turn on Roman. One or the other, bro. This year, it has to happen. It's too much friction. They doing too much of a setup for it. And again, it's about Roman and Jay from day one. Jay is the one got harassed and bullied and beat up by Roman. Jimmy didn't have to go through that. Solo didn't have to go through that. Sammy didn't even get beat up as much as Jay did. Sammy didn't have trust, but Sammy didn't get jumped in like Jay did. Like Jay got choked out.
Oh man, you went into a hell of a spell with Roman.
It's about Jimmy and it's about Jay and Roman. So that's how the bloodline is going to end, with Jay finally getting back at Roman. That's the only way it can end. It shouldn't end no other way. I don't care about Sammy trying to take him out, which is good. Good job for Sammy. I don't care about Cody ending the bloodline. It's not going to happen until Jay does it. End of the day. So that's it. It's the end of this. Jay is going to have to be the one to do it.
Dope. We will see.
Okay.
No, I hope you're right. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then, like we said, Jey Uso did defeat Sami Zayn thanks to distraction. KO was already taken out backstage. And then Matt Riddle, a lot of people was mad and couldn't understand why Riddle came out to help Sami. For the idiots who don't remember, Solo was the reason Riddle was out for 4 months, at least in the storyline wise. Solo put that chair around Riddle's neck and beat him down. That's why Riddle came out to help Sammy. Pay attention.
Easy as that.
Keep up with the storyline.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And that's SmackDown for you. Your thoughts?
I thought SmackDown was better than Raw.
Easy.
But
Impact is better than Raw.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, it was just
Rampage is better than Raw.
Wow, man. Raw was trash. I did. The one thing I wanted to know was what's his name? Dominic was getting nuclear heat on this episode of SmackDown. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was
bro.
funny,
He is. Yeah, bro. Man. Dominic is. Oh man, this whole thing with him and his Ray has been fantastic, and I love how he came out and he's like, you know what? He's like, I didn't even want to lay hands on my father at WrestleMania, and he's just like, but my dad had no problem beating my ass. I was like, my God. Oh, it's like, man.
Right. It's like, man, all these times you didn't hit him and pushed him and all that. Man, stop, Dom.
He is hilarious, bro. Oh my God, bro. No, but Dominic's great. And I'm hoping that because they're probably gonna make a tag match with Ray and Bad Bunny. I'm thinking against Dominic
Priest.
and what's his name, Priest. So I'm happy that Priest is gonna get that shine because he deserves it. He got left off he said he got left off the show, but if he can be on that Puerto Rican show, that'll mean a lot more to him. That'd be the same thing to him. So, and that's gonna be a good show too. So. I'm pumped for that. I don't know which direction they're gonna go with Rhea for who her opponent's gonna be, but they did a little thing with Zelina. But if she goes against Zelina, she's gonna kill her because every time they go together, she kills her. So, and she always pins her in creative ways every time too. Every time. They're
gonna make Selena look a little stronger. She's been looking stronger under Triple H. The few matches she has had, she was actually been able to show her skill for once. So, but yeah, Rhea's gonna kill it at the end of the day. I mean, it's no who's gonna beat Rhea or Bianca. We'll see after the draft. I guess I'll ask you that after the draft.
Did they say when the draft is happening?
Nope, just said a few weeks.
Oh, well, okay.
So yeah, whenever they decide to just randomly do this shit, because they don't even have a date for it. But it needs to hurry up. This is I haven't wanted to draft this bad since they started drafting. And they say everybody is up.
I hope they don't separate certain groups though, because I don't want them to separate Judgment Day. They've been working.
They better not. They ain't making too much money for them. They better not.
Yeah. Sometimes Vince likes to shake shit up just to do it, and I'm just like, oh man. Like that time he separated Gallows and Anderson from AJ.
But yeah, that was like they had an issue with Paul Heyman too.
That was cruel. Oh yeah, because Paul told him that they were going to be all right.
Yeah, and Paul was backstage. Yeah. He didn't like the Good Brothers, and he had a little power backstage at that time. So he probably still got power backstage. Because I remember AJ being pissed and didn't want to be on the show with Paul Heyman for a long time. So get the table. You talking about Becky, but knowing WWE, she will be the one that take the title for one of them. So keep speaking it because they love them some Becky. But
that's oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I thought SmackDown was all right overall though. It was all right.
He said NWO might have more titles than wrestlers. I haven't watched NWA in so long. Do y'all think?
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. Yeah,
I don't think he's going anywhere.
Interesting. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't. He's just he's very unhappy with creative right now. But he had the best match at Mania, so
everybody can't be champions all the time. Somebody got to be.
I mean, but before that, what was he doing though?
He was fighting Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody got to do a mid-card story. Like, come on. Everybody can't be in title matches.
Think about he carries the pandemic, and then after the pandemic, he loses the title at Mania, and then never really gets another shot after that. Or maybe he does. I can't remember.
I'm about to say, him and Bobby went at it.
He ends up not after that whole feud, he just ends up kind of getting thrown to the wayside, going on these mid-card things. Does things with Sheamus, meaningless tag teams with Sheamus.
They was fighting beforehand though. They beefed for a while.
Yeah, for what?
Because they just didn't like each other. Like they don't like each other now. Big meaty man smacking me. That's what it was. I mean, everybody, you're not gonna stay at the top of the card, especially when the fans are starting to turn on you. Because that's what pissed me off about Drew. Because when he stayed getting the title shots, even after he left, fans were low-key turning on him. Oh, I'm tired of Drew getting title shots. They low-key started doing him like they did Braun Breaker in NXT. So okay, WWE's like, all right, well, let's move into some other stuff. And now everybody wants him back in the title picture, and doing this, like, you got to make up your mind. So, because outside of Cardiff, that crowd, people start turning on Drew.
But yeah, no, that's what it is though. He's just he feels like there's nothing for creative. He just doesn't feel. I don't know. He feels like he should earn more money and all that stuff. So all that stuff has been talked about. So, but I don't know.
I deserve the money.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for him, but I don't know if he's. I don't know, honestly. I don't know where he goes if he doesn't re-sign. Because
exactly.
I don't know.
That's why he's
he
not
could go to
nowhere.
AEW, but I just don't know where. I don't know.
He's gonna be.
I don't know if he goes to AEW. I don't know what he would do over there. I feel like he's not gonna. I don't think
start
he'd
off
stand
hot.
out.
Start off hot, and then he'll be back on Dark and Ring of Honor, all of that.
Honestly, it's sad, but yeah, honestly.
It's just too many. It's too many people in AEW. And I mean, low key, it's a lot of people in WWE as well. But the thing about WWE right now is you got one guy holding 2 titles hostage right now. So, and then you got a guy in Gunther who ain't losing the title no time soon as well. And then you got Theory, who people are trying to build up. There's no more solo titles for you. There's no European title anymore. There's no hardcore title. Even the 24/7 title is gone. So it's just when you got one guy holding 2 main titles, and then another guy who's pretty much untouchable himself, and Gunther. I mean, your best bet is to go to Raw and try to beat Austin Theory.
Fantastic.
I mean, that's it. You have nothing else unless you want to get a tag titles. But I mean, KO and Sammy just won that. They're not gonna lose those unless the Usos get them back. Like
that's another problem I'm having right now. It's like I feel like WWE's having a lot of problems with challengers. They haven't really built up a lot of other people. Like who's gonna fight who's a serious threat in the tag division other than the Usos to Sammy and Owens? Who's a serious threat to Roman? Other than the 3 people that we mentioned before, you know, that's the problem.
Yeah, it should only be, like realistically, it should only be 3 people for Roman: Cody, Jay, because Jay knows him and Jay is family, and Jay just knows the in and outs of Roman, and then Seth, because Seth the same way. Seth knows Roman. Seth knows how to push
Roman's never beaten Seth. That's the story.
There you go.
The one loss that Roman has had in his entire championship run has been to Seth by disqualification. It's a loss. It's a loss. He did not beat him at the Royal Rumble. He ended up disqualifying himself.
Why would Drew go to NXT? That's not happening.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening. he's been there, done that. Nah. So we'll see what Drew. I think Drew end up on Raw, and he'll probably be the one going up against Theory after the draft, because
he was also taken off the show this week because
he's sick or something, right?
No, because he hasn't resigned, and both sides haven't been able to reach the thing, so they took him out.
I saw a report today that said he got hurt after the Mania match, and he's dealing with like some type of illness as well.
Oh, okay.
So if I find it again, I'll send it to you. But I saw a report today, and I think Sean Ross is the one that did it.
Okay.
So but yeah, tag team wise, you could build a LWO. You could with Judgment Day is in the thing with Rey Mysterio and Bad Bunny, but you got teams that you can build. You're just not doing it. You got the LWO that could easily be built. You got you already killed the Street Profits Monday with that match, that random match. So you take them out of there. Bob Ruski said he's been hurt. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought I saw this morning. But it's teams there. You just can't. You're just not building nobody. So it's plenty of teams that can do it. All you gotta do, I mean, whatever. I get mad talking about tag teams because we've been talking about tag teams for at least 2 years now on this show. Especially the women's division, we've been talking about the women's tag team division for a while, and it's like they had a good month or 2 with the men's tag team division, and then it just went downhill.
Yeah,
once they decided to give the Usos the titles,
yeah,
both titles. So that is SmackDown for you. Like I say, my 3 is Cody, Roman. I'm sorry, Cody, Seth, Jay. I personally think Jay is going to win the Money in the Bank. Unless he gets injured or something, I think, or Vince really takes over like we think he is. Other than that, I think Jay is winning. And Cody finds his way back after he runs through Brock Lesnar. And he somehow finds his way back. And Seth is going to get the shorthand of the stick like he always does, because that's just what they do to Seth Rollins, even though he carries that company on his back day in and day out. So, but yeah, it's all yours. We on Rampage. I hate how they do Seth Rollins. I don't like it at all. So,
all right. Got Rampage. Hold on a second.
He ain't even Pete Dunne. He's still Butch right now, King.
All right. So I got a few things I got to go over now. So on Rampage, we have FTW champion Hook going up, retaining his title against Ethan Page in a pretty decent match. Went out into the crowd, but he made him tap out with the red rum, then put him through a table. The Acclaimed and the Jericho Appreciation Society fought a team called the Infantry with Bobby Orlando and LSG. And the Acclaimed and JAS won, and afterwards the JAS attacked the Acclaimed, and Hager killed Billy Gunn. So Swerve said that he had an announcement, and that, like all great moguls, mergers happen, and he's going to be joining forces with somebody. And we'll find that out after this next match. Darby Allin versus Lee Moriarty. Darby Allin gets the win with a coffin drop. Darby Allin starts walking to the top of the entrance ramp, and that's when Swerve comes back out, tries to shake Darby Allin's hand, and then Darby Allin is blasted from behind by Brian Cage, and it's revealed that Swerve has made an alliance with the Embassy. And we are going into the main event, Anna JAS versus Julia Hart. This match moved at about the same pace as Shotzi and Charlotte from a few weeks back. Julia Hart won. Yeah, that was it. That was the main event. I have nothing to say on that.
Yeah, me either.
Right after that, we moved into Battle of the Belts. Started off with Dralistico and hold on a second. Yep, started off with Orange Cassidy and Dralistico. Orange Cassidy retains once again via Orange Punch. Excuse me. It's a really dope match. Jade comes out against Billy Starks, 18-year-old Billy Starks, for the TBS Championship match. Billy Starks has a good showing, but Jade ends up retaining. After the match, Taya Valkyrie comes out and lays out Jade and almost hits Jade with Road to Valhalla, which the story of this feud is both of them have the same finisher. Mm-hmm. After this, we had the ROH World Tag Team Championship match. Lucha Brothers taking on Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall. QT gets rolled up for a 3 count. Lucha Brothers retain. That's it. Oh, also, they've been teasing something with hold on a second. I guess after the end of the Orange Cassidy match, I forgot to talk about it, but they were teasing the what's his name? Malachi Black came out and said that it's about time somebody takes a shot at his title. And
what's the name of the title again now?
The international title now.
Okay.
And what's his name? Buddy Matthews is going to be the next challenger for this belt. So I'd say this is the first actual substantial challenger that Cassidy has probably had since having this belt. So this could be very interesting. But yeah, that is Battle of the Belts as well. And I'm going to briefly go through a New Japan show that happened over the weekend, Sakura Genesis. I only watched the 4 top matches on the card. Mercedes Moné retained her title against Hazuki and Azumi. We're only 2 matches into Mercedes' run with this IWGP Women's title. She is having the best matches of her fucking career. This match was insane. I was wondering how she would be able to match the speed of the women in Stardom. like on the current roster, and
I had no doubt.
man, it was just like butter. It was that whole match was fucking smooth sailing. I loved it. These three were amazing. And it was announced after the match that Mercedes will be defending her IWGP Women's title in Stardom's biggest show that they've ever done in Yokohama Stadium against the icon of Stardom, Mayu Iwatani. So this will be a really, really good match. I'm excited for this too. Zack Sabre Jr. retained against Shota Umino in an amazing match too for the television title. Match of the show for me was Aussie Open beating Bishamon to become the new IWGP Tag Team Champions. This match was insane. Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi are kind of underrated as a tag team. These guys are fantastic. And this match was wild, and the crowd loved Aussie Open. And in the shocker, Hiromu Takahashi retained over Robbie Eagles for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. In the shocker of the night, Sonata beat Okada for only the second time out of the 10 matches that they've had for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Nobody saw this coming. Sonata's actually a champion now. This was huge. This was insane. And I went into this blind and didn't even realize that Sonata was winning. It was crazy. Sota's been passed on over so many times. Okada and Sonata have had, 10 matches now? And Sonata only beat him once. And, yeah, it was crazy. So, you said, fuck yeah, fuck Yoshihashi. But yeah, no, this was probably my show of the week. This was a fantastic show from New Japan and full participation from the crowd. I don't know. It felt like they were finally getting back to where they were. So, and they made a lot of good changes too. So, you know, they put somebody up at the forefront. They're letting Okada kind of play a ride in the back. He's going to be going after the trios titles. Aussie Open getting the tag team titles is something I've wanted. And going into Forbidden Door, I think the match with them and FTR would be a good idea. And Zack Sabre Jr. is doing his thing with this television title too. Mercedes Moné is money. That's all you can really say. This championship reign has been fantastic. She's going to keep it going, and I think she's going to beat Mayu. The question is what happens after that, but Stardom has a lot of women on their roster, so any other person that she faces, I just want to see everybody. I just want to see all the types of combinations that she can have in Stardom because she's killing it. So WWE just fumbled the bag tremendously. And that was Sakura Genesis.
Yeah, you already knew that she was gonna kill it. I mean, as far as her speed, I didn't have a doubt because I remember what she did in NXT in her early WWE days, you know, before they slowed it down to do a more main roster style type of match. Then her, I mean, yeah, I've seen her have matches. So I know she could fly with the. I seen her with Asuka, you know, Asuka going full speed and all that. Mercedes didn't miss a step when she was Sasha, so she was right there with Asuka step by step, and Asuka one of the quickest ones out here. Even at her age, she's still one of the quickest, you know, fastest moving women out here. Let's talk about Asuka real first. Let's go back to Battle of the Belts. Why it's not important no more? Battle of the Belts. Why they just won't make it like a Wednesday special or Dynamite special, like Grand Slam or something, and make it mean something?
I don't know. I honestly don't know why we're still doing these shows. Honestly.
And I mean, because you're doing it's too much.
Put her against Julia Yukari. Bob, hey, that'll be the match. Mercedes versus Julia. That'll be the match. Oh my God. You said Money is gonna go to Tokyo Joshi Pro after dropping the belt with Mayu. I don't think she's dropping this belt to Mayu. But yeah, dope. I don't know why they're still doing this. I feel like these shows have kind of run their course. You know what I mean? None of the titles ever change hands at these shows. They're just kind of
because it's just random. Yeah, it's just random opponents fighting for the titles. Like you could have did Jade versus Taya right then and there, and they could have at least been something because you got a story with it. Mm-hmm. And you didn't. You didn't pull the trigger there. And it's like you're doing it after Rampage, and you are like, bro, make it a Wednesday show or make it a pay-per-view. That should be your night of champions. It's called Battle of the Belts. Put the belts, make it a pay-per-view, and put all the titles on the line. Mm-hmm. That's easy money. And it's this show it started off great. What, the first time they did it, then it's been trash since.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's like no type of love, no type of anything. If anything, it's like when these shows happen, I just kind of groan because I know it's just an extra thing that we're gonna have to go over. It's like it's like
WCW Thunder. You're not even getting your main belts on this show that's called Battle of the Belts. You're not getting the AEW Championship. You're not getting the AEW Women's Championship. You're not getting none of that. You're getting the Ring of Honor tag champs and the TBS champs, which is pretty much a Friday champ. Jade is a Friday champ. And they, for whatever reason, they won't put her in the mix with the main chicks. Oh, you know, the AEW champion competitors. They won't put they don't even cross paths. It's like they don't even exist in the same locker room. I don't think I've ever seen Jade come anywhere near Saraya, Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, Statlander, I'm sorry, Hayter, and all that. I haven't seen them even cross paths. If I could be wrong, I don't remember seeing her going up against what's the girl name? Can't think of the girl name. Ruby Soho. I don't remember seeing them cross paths either. So it's like they in two different locker rooms right now. So it's that annoys me about AEW. But other than that, they're doing all right. That's just I just don't understand that. And it's like somebody asked, "Oh, when you think AEW is going to have a black champion, like the main champion, AEW champion and AEW Women's Champion?" And I was like, "Black champion?" ? And I just laughed because I was like, the way it's looking right now, the black champions are going to be the TNT and TBS champions. Other than that, ain't nobody getting, because Keith ain't been built up, Swerve ain't been built up, Jade is built up, but she ain't built up at the same time. Crazy enough, because even though she's undefeated and she's a champ, again, she ain't never crossed paths with none of those other women.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, it's like a separate thing.
So
it seems like the TBS title is like the and the TNT title are like they're like the practice belts. You put them on somebody when you want to see how they would they'll handle it, stuff like that.
So I mean, it might be WWE like it might be a while before we see an AEW champion, whether it's women's or men, that's black. It might be a while, even though they got the talent. It's the way it's looking, and that's nothing to, you know, for the people that on the IWC be like, oh yeah, AEW's racist. No. I'm just saying the way they are being built up, that's not how it ain't looking promising for the near future. So
you said Athena, yeah, she's also there too, yeah.
But they sent her to Ring of Honor, which is like another version of NXT. So she left NXT to go back to but
she's been having fire matches.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, she's doing more with her like character and all that. And she said it herself that she's loving it, and she feels like she's doing way more in this short span in AEW she's done in WWE the whole time on the main roster. So yeah, that's the Friday show. Let's do our top 5 and we get up out of here. We don't have a choose in the night, so let's do our power rankings and for the week or 2 weeks, however you want to do it, since we didn't go live last week, and we'll up out of here. Yes, sir. Power rankings in the building. Top 5. He say developmentally. I mean, KM. How many Ring of Honor shows? Now, I'm a Ring of Honor fan, and I was pulling for Ring of Honor to do good even in the pandemic when everybody was like Ring of Honor trash, this and that. So Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor was great for me. But even I haven't caught every Ring of Honor show since they moved to Thursday and did on thing. I've caught 2 of them. I haven't seen the rest of them. So I mean, and if you look at it, I love the vibe because it gives me old school NXT vibes, the black and gold when it was on WWE Network, with the whole arena setup and all that. But I mean, yeah, top 5 power rankings. Who you got, Dor? You want to start or you want me to start?
I can start. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Actually, you might want to start.
Do I want to start? Let's see. Top 5. Trying to think. MJF number 5. That promo and that whole skit that he did was entertaining as hell. I loved it. I loved that whole segment that he did Wednesday. MJF number 5. Number 4, got to give it to Wesley, retaining his titles and those fire matches that he had to stand and deliver, and the fire match he had against Axiom Wednesday. So Wesley takes number 4 spot. Number 3. Who should I do for number 3? The tag team was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They finally took the tag titles off the Usos. Got to give them respect for that. And they main evented WrestleMania, which is something they wasn't supposed to do because it was supposed to be Charlotte and Rhea. And with that said, I'm changing my top 5. I'm changing number 5. Get Max out of there. Let's put Charlotte and Rhea at number 5 for that matchup. Wesley at number 4. Kevin Owens and Sammy number 3 as a unit. Number 2. I might end up changing my top 5 again. Number 2. Let me think. That's tough. I know who my number 1 is, but number 2 is tough. Gunther, man. Let's go with Gunther. No, I'm sorry. Carmelo Hayes, number 2. Carmelo Hayes taking that title off of Braun Breaker. Carmelo Hayes, number 1. Roman Reigns still retaining, pissed everybody off, and that shit makes it even funny for me. I love it. I love it when the IWC is pissed off. Over something. It just makes my day when I see IWC just crying and begging and bitching. I love it. It just makes my day because there's a lot of idiots on the internet, and they talk tough, they talk spicy to these wrestlers behind fake ass pictures that ain't them, and they say things that don't make no sense. People were talking crazy to Rhea because of the airport situation behind these fake accounts. People were talking crazy to Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Japan and all this, and like they talking crazy to these people. So anytime the IWC is pissed off to the length that they was pissed off this week, I love it. So thank you, Roman Reigns, for pissing the IWC off, because all of them can eat a dick. Honestly, even some of the main accounts that are so-called reporters and insiders and all of them eat a bag of dicks. Honestly, so thank you, Roman, for that. So once again, top 5: Charlotte and Rhea, Wesley, Kevin and Sammy, Carmelo Hayes, Roman Reigns. There you go. It's all yours.
So I'm gonna do 2 top 5s. I'm gonna do a WrestleMania top 5. Then I'm gonna do my top 5 for this week. So my top 5, my WrestleMania top 5 is going to be number 5. I'm gonna give it to every man involved in that WrestleMania showcase tag, because that was an underrated banger on that card. It was really dope. I love that match. So shout outs to those guys. Number 4, I'm going to give it to Finn Balor for continuing the match after his skull got literally cracked open after that
He should have won, by the way.
That was wild. Number 3, I'm going to give it to Sammy and Kevin for that tag match in the main event, a tag team match in the main event of WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Shout outs to them. I'm glad they went through with that. They deserved it. Number 2, I give it to Rhea Ripley for her match with Charlotte, because that was fantastic also. And then number 1 for WrestleMania, I give that to Gunther, Walter, whatever you want to call him. Really solidified his reign, I think, winning that triple threat match. My top. King. I don't understand the point of him bringing the
twice, 2 in a row.
Only the second time, yeah. So my top 5 for the week. Number 5, I'm going to give that to Shota Umino. I want to give an honorable mention to Zack Sabre Jr. He was the one that won the match, but Shota Umino was tremendous in this match with Zack Sabre Jr. And even though he lost, he looked really, really, really good. So number 5, I give it to Shota Umino. Are you still there, Dope?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right. Number 4, I give that to Mercedes Moné. Like I said before, she's having a fantastic reign right now with this IWGP Women's title. I'm loving all these matches. I'm excited to see what she's going to do with it. I'm excited for this match against Mayu Iwatani in April. It's going to be fantastic. Number 3, I give that to Hiromu for retaining his title against Robbie Eagles. It was a really, really dope match that we saw. And number 2, I'm going to give that to Aussie Open. Even though this was my favorite match on the night of that show, I'm just so happy that they're actually the champions now. They deserve those IWGP tag team titles. They should have won the tag league last year. So I'm glad that they switched that up and they're finally putting the titles on them. I think they should have went into Wrestle Kingdom against FTR. I think that match would have been fantastic, but yeah, we're getting it now. So, and number 1, I have to give it to Sonata because this has been years in the making. This man has been a part of New Japan since 2015, I think. Yeah. And Jesus Christ, like he is, what's the equivalent of how Sonata's been booked? The equivalent of Sonata in New Japan is like Bray Wyatt in WWE. They just kept pushing and pulling him. Like they were pressing the to go button, and then they were just like, nah. We never mind. We're gonna give this shit to Okada. We're gonna give this shit to Naito. We're gonna give this shit to Shingo. We're just gonna go with everybody else except for you. And he was just winning tag titles. He paid his dues, and I mean, it took a fucking while, but he's the champion. So I mean, congratulations to Sonata, and yeah, he's my number 1 pick for the week. So,
all right, there it is. Our top 5s, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I started thinking about stuff and got more frustrated as you were talking. Like, why did Edge not put Finn over? Edge need that win. He didn't need that win. I mean, Omos, honestly, I felt like he should have won. It took one L5 to put Omos down. When you got multiple people kicking out of multiple L5s from Brock, it took one to keep Omos down. Like, and then you try to make up for it, putting him against Elias. Like that's man. You had a chance to make a star. You had a chance to make a star in Omos if you had him. I mean, hell, kick out of 2 or 3 F5s. Yeah, when Undertaker beat Kane at WrestleMania 12 or whatever it was, not 12, whenever they fought for the first time, it took 3 tombstones. And even though Kane lost, Kane was a made man after that because he kicked out 2 tombstones. You could have did that with Omos, man. Like, hey, but whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a guy that's on here, talking wrestling. Like, I don't understand nothing. I don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. We don't know what entertains us as fans.
Nah.
If that makes any sense. Yeah. Like, just we're the fans, but we don't know what entertains us. So, whatever. Just and
we
what
need
makes
people to
sense
tell us.
to us.
We need people to tell us for us, though.
Yeah. Just let us know how we should feel. And it's funny because I'm watching Vengeance on my other screen, and Vince told the crowd, "You laugh when I tell you to laugh. You cheer when I tell you to cheer." That's basically it. He's cutting the promo right now, and he's yelling at the fans, "You cheer and you laugh when I tell you to laugh. Damn it, shut up." That's what he's doing right now as we speak. But that's how it is, man. Like, I don't understand it. Shout out to everybody that came through today.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Share the stream on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, whatever you're watching it on. It will be on dopecontent.com as well. Actually, we're live on dopecontent.com now, but the replay will be on there as well. We got a whole Budget Cut podcast page on there, so check it out. YouTube shadow banned me, so whatever with that. Whatever with that. We'll handle that. Whatever. Just irritated with a lot of shit right now when it comes to like the media side of stuff and streaming and companies, and just irritated with a whole bunch of it. So that's where I'm at with it. But anything you want to promote before we get off?
No. We'll have WWE 2K23 stuff up at some point. I'm still waiting for them to fix shit.
Yeah.
I tried running a tag match just to see how that would work with all created people that I downloaded, and my game keeps crashing. So
Oh damn.
yeah. So I don't know. Whenever they decide to fix the game, we'll get that going. But until then, we're just gonna keep playing 2K22. You know, JWA is still happening. So we had a bunch of new title changes at the last pay-per-view that me and Max did. So make sure to watch that replay. Blackout in Tokyo. It was a really dope show. So yeah, that's it.
Well,
That's all I got
we'll see Dark on 23 in August. The way it's looking. Jeez, like who was that? That was Dynamite J asked me when is DKF coming back. I said, bro, when they fixed universe mode and when they fixed the logos and created arena.
Yeah,
like all that is broke right now. Like, and I got
every time
PC
I
this year.
whenever I place a Titantron, everything just kind of
it just moves back.
Yeah.
So like it's just that's just what it is. Let me make sure I catch these comments before. Yeah, I retweeted that right when it happened. That was, I ain't worried about that. Good for them. By the time they did something, let's hope Odell can be healthy. You still got a quarterback issue. You need to figure out if you go pay your quarterback or not. So, but yeah, we'll talk about that Tuesday. And then, I gotta set up we'll talk about that stuff Tuesday. But I did my GM mode. Yeah, 18 minutes. That's just stupid. Did my GM mode the other day, and it's still on this BS. Still on the same BS. Some matches that should be fired, they giving me mediocre and all that. And I'm just like, I don't understand it at all. But yet you got Dana Brooke and Ronda Rousey putting on 5-star matches back to back nonstop.
Classic.
Yeah. But I do like it that is you can pick up the 4 shows at the same time. So right now I'm WCW with Stephanie McMahon just to try it out, give it a run, and I'm 5 shows away from a full season. We 4 shows away from WrestleMania, which is a full season. I right at the end I caught Raw finally and moved up to the 2nd spot. It started off bad. I was in 4th, and then Mick Foley started talking shit. So I was like, okay, let's beat NXT. Mick Foley is running NXT. Made sure to catch him. I beat him. Then Sonya started hitting me with power cards and talking noise. So I'm like, okay, before I end this stream, I gotta catch Raw. But SmackDown, Kurt Angle, man, ain't nobody killing SmackDown. Kurt Angle is just dominating this season right now. So shout out to Kurt Angle, I guess, on SmackDown. They are dominating. I don't know if I'm gonna catch them by WrestleMania. So
he said he's booking Dana and Ronda in his universe. That's the match right there.
Yeah,
book Dana versus Ronda, and that's an automatic classic match right there.
Yeah, Mick Foley literally drafted Dana and Ronda. That was it. And they just been going back and forth for the title. That's the only women he got. But NXT, they saving up for some, which, you know what? I forgot to show y'all on the stream. NXT had over $1 million that they saved up. And now it's WrestleMania season, and they budget and dropped below all of ours. So they didn't spend money on somebody, on some people. And they building up for a huge WrestleMania that I got to watch out for. They not catching me, though. The only person I'm worried about right now is Kurt Angle and SmackDown. So, but if I do 2nd for the first season, I'll be all right with that. Because next season, I'm going to handle their ass. But, yeah, good show, man. You were already promoted. I'm trying to think of anything else. I won't miss nothing. Trying to make sure I catch up with everything in the chat before I say goodbye. I think we're good to go. So, all right. Y'all have a good one, man. And we are out. See you next week. Hopefully Monday Night Raw will be better tomorrow. If not, we're going to trash it.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Good Lord.
Yes. Next time, y'all be safe.